Hey YouTube. Well, I purchased another one. Out of my own money, I bought a Bambu Lab A1 Combo. It's a recent Bambu Lab creation. They just released the A1 Mini, and this is the newest printer, the A1 Combo with the AMS light with the multi-color feed. So we're gonna do an unboxing. Assemble it together, and then we're gonna test it out and see how well it is from an unboxing to just a plug and play. So let's go. We're gonna unbox the A1. This is my first Bambu Lab unboxing, so let's see how it's packaged. Looks like everything's in a plastic wrap, and you probably just from watching some of the other videos of unboxing, I think you grab both handles here and pull this out. All right, pulled the packaging out of the box and just grabbed it, both handles here, and then just it all comes out. So let's open the bag. Let's see what we got. All right, opened up the bag. So we got some nice soft material here, plastic wrap. Throw that in the box. We got the PEI sheet along with the instructions. Kind of just taped onto the box here. I'll get that off in a minute. And then overall, it looks like you've got foam here. Looks like this is the AMS light with the stand, and then you got the 4 different pockets. Looks like you also have filament switches, which I actually purchased some of this, or the same cartridge. I didn't know that came with it. You have the heads of the AMS light, and then it looks like you got a goodie box right there with tools and different things we'll need to assemble it. So, alright, I took one layer off of the foam. It comes in 2 layers. Here's more of that AMS, and I think the single spool holder that comes with it. You also got your power cable that's going into the printer, and then the main body of the AMS. Alright, I took that other layer off. So then it looks like here's the gantry system, and then you also have the base on the bottom. So let me get this all out, and then I'll get the packaging away and out of the way, and then we'll take a look at the quick guide and start putting this thing together. Alright, I got the gantry and the base out. You also get, looks like these are your hoses or feed tubes, and then you also got your sample filament, which is 20 grams, but it's not really anything. So alright, let's get it together. Alright, here's the handy guide, or the quick start guide. This is what's in the box. You can pause that if you want to see everything that comes in there. So we're just gonna go step by step. I'll try to put some snips in of different steps of assembling this. We're gonna start with the base. Looks like it wants us to remove this plastic film and assemble the build plate to the magnetic base. So it has this nice protective film on here that we can just remove. so. Alright, we'll get the this build plate here. It has a little notch up top here, and it's supposed to fit in the grooves. It's supposed to make it easy. Just slap it down like that. Actually, it went together really nice. So I like these PEI sheets. I'm a big believer in those, and I'm glad that they included into the set here. So got your nice little rubber here for, I think that's a wipe for the nozzle. Got your touch screen over here to the side. So alright, I'm gonna start assembling this thing, and let's get it going. Alright, the next step is we're gonna actually turn this base 90 degrees, it says, just like so. And then there's some screws that we got to take out. So looking at the guide here, oops, there's a shadow, you know, there's 4 screws there. So we're gonna go into the toolkit here. Let's see what we got. Alright, so this is what you get in the toolkit. Looks like you got purge wiper. I'm not sure what that is. You got cable organizer. Looks like you got some screws. You got some Allen wrenches. Looks like a spare wiper pad there. Some kind of probably nozzle cleaner, and then some lubrication. So we're gonna get one of these Allen wrenches. We're gonna take these screws out here, and then we'll proceed to the next step. All right. So now I got the 4 bolts unscrewed using the hex wrench provided. We're going to take this gantry or base printer frame, and we're going to put it on the table. It's supposed to take this as a 45, place it into position. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to film it. Got one hand, so alright, that went into position really well. I had to undo this from the base of the gantry, so I unstuck this. I took this at a 45, just plopped it in. There's a little cutout, lined it up, and then just dropped it down. So the next step is I need to remove all these zip ties. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna remove these zip ties. I did 1, 2, and then we got 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. So obviously, you know, you got your cable here, so be very careful cutting if you're using any type of tools. So then it wants you to remove the cable ties, and then remove the cardboard. There's also this foam padding along with some plastic, so remove that. All right, so now we spun the printer 180. I got the back side here. We got to push this forward, and then this cover comes off, so you want to pop it up and then pull out, and it reveals all these different green holes that we're going to have to put screws in. So that will be the next step, so let's take a look. Alright, we're going to go to our toolkit here. It wants us to install 10 STE 23 screws. So this is the one that has at least 10 screws in the bag. You got one that has 5 or 6, and then you got 2. So this is for the base housing. It's going to go on all of these green highlighted holes, and then you're going to also pull this back, and then there's 2 green holes up top here that you have to install as well. So alright, we got the screws installed, so we're going to slide the bed this way. All of them are installed here. And then we're going to take this back panel again. We're going to pop it back on. Pop it in position, and then kind of push down on it, and it clips. So should be installed. Double check. Everything's happy over here, so we're good there. Go to the next step. Alright, now we're gonna get the Bambu Lab printer on the side. So we're gonna face it down. Basically the screen's up on the upside here. So put it down on the table so we can see the back side. We're gonna run the cable around the bottom and then connect it to these ports that are underneath it. So that's what we're gonna be doing now, following the guide. All right, we're gonna take this wire harness, and it looks like it's got to keep it flush. There's a USB-C connection. You want to slide it up. You also have a bolt here that you got to connect, and then we're also going to connect. There's a green. See how they're color coordinated, and you also have the orange. So we're gonna get those connected. I'm gonna get the tool out and connect that. Just like so. And then that cable at the bottom there, right here, that was taped to the bottom. So I took the tape off. And then you want to be careful with the connections. Make sure you got what you need. And then just slide them in. Make sure they connected good. I want to look, make sure. There we go. There we go. And then this last one looks like it comes up from the bottom. So you have this little cover here that you can slide the cable through. So we're gonna connect this to the Z motor, click, and then it can come up and get snapped in here. Just tight with one hand. I'm gonna get this fixed without the camera, and I'll show you what it looks like in the final product. All right. So I got the cables connected. I also took the tape that they included here. I ripped some of it off, and then I also included it and put it on here because those cables just seemed like they might fall out. So and then we clipped it through. We pushed on it. It clips, and then they're all connected. So that's very nice, very smooth. These are nice grips on the bottom here. Very nice. Alright, we got the printer flipped back up. Next step, we turn the screen here. We're gonna remove this guy. Nice. And then we're gonna install the poop chute. And I believe it goes like this. It just slides in here, like so. And then there's a scraper screw that goes on it underneath as well. So I'm gonna get that installed, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, so the scraper screw is not right. It's supposed to be the purge wiper screw. So there is a scraper bag, but it should be the one that says the purge wiper. So it looks like it got some blue Loctite on there for vibration. So we'll get that installed. Go to the next step. All right, the next step is to do the AMS. So we got the stand. We're gonna install the actual AMS unit. I believe we put it in like so. And then there's some screws that we'll have to go through and put those in. So there should be some holes. We'll have to line it. Obviously I didn't do that when I put it on. There's two on that side and then some on that side. Alright, we got the AMS light connected to the base. They also sell, but it's like a bolt package, but you can make your own that clamps to the top. I might try that later on, but for right now, keep it on the stand. It does take up a lot of space, so just keep that in mind if you're going to use the stand. Next thing we need to do is put these little spool holders on. They're color coded, so you got orange, green, green, orange. So, and then after we put the spool holders on, we'll connect the cables or the feed lines to the actual main head, and that's gonna be the next step. All right, when putting these on, it does say pair up with the yellow roller. I think I said orange, but yellow, orange. So we got one here. You just kind of put it in, and then you push it. And then same with this guy. So, bam. So they're all attached, and we'll get the feed lines over to the printer. All right, we got the feed tubes connected. Now, one thing to note is 3 and 4 are your long feed tubes. So these are longer than 1 and 2. So you got to take the longer ones, connect them to 3 and 4. And the shorter ones go to 1 and 2. And then you connect them all the way to the feed head over here. And then there's also a little spot so you can put this black wire in the wire holder. So, all right, so the next step is we got to plug in the AMS light and the power adapter. So we'll get that plugged in. That gets, let me scoot this forward. But that gets plugged in the back here. So we got the power cable right here, and then the AMS gets plugged in right here. So just take this cable and then plug it in like so, and then we'll take this power cable and we'll also plug that in like so. So we're all connected. I'm gonna scoot this back. We'll make sure my travel's good. As far as cables go, we don't want any resistance. So you always want to, at least for me, I always like to try it out. Make sure these cables don't hit the back of the wall. So looks like a smooth transition. So we should be good. So the next step, I'm gonna fire this thing up, and then we'll get it connected to the Wi-Fi. I also bought some Bambu Lab material or filament, so we'll get that loaded as well. Let's flip on the switch. We got lights flashing. There you go. Love it. America. And like I said, we got it connected to the Wi-Fi. All right, so we got the Wi-Fi connected. Now we're gonna do the next step, which is calibration. So we're gonna give it a hit. Looks like it does vibration compensation, motor noise cancellation. So we're gonna hit it. We're gonna start that. So there it goes. Alright, so while this is doing its calibration, I'm opening up some filament. So I never bought Bambu Lab filament before. Like I said, all this stuff is purchased on my own, with my own money. So we're gonna load up some red filament, some white. I got some black and yellow as well, and we'll get this loaded up into the AMS sensor or AMS light, and we'll see what it's all about. Now, these things are reusable, so it sounds like you can twist, and then there's a RFID tag. You can kind of see it. It's that like silver looking thing, so it knows what filament. So this is just PLA, and I mean, you got the different materials. So when you load different material onto the spool and then into the AMS light, it knows what material, what color, I'm assuming, how much has been used from the spool. So it's kind of a smart RFID tag technology. So we'll get this loaded. I'll get these out of the boxes, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I loaded my first filament. This is doing an update. So why it's doing an update, it's done with the calibration. So I actually loaded the yellow filament up, and it actually fed through. So it's kind of nice. So what you do is, I cut it about a 45-degree angle, and then you want to push this button, and then you want to feed it up. So it's going to be very difficult doing it one-handed, so I'll try to catch it here just like this. We're going to push the button. Grabs it. So it grabs it. Now it's feeding it through. See, I got a green light. It also updated successfully. Bam. So, alright, we got the latest firmware. We'll go back. There's some print files already. We're going to continue to load up the filament. So I'm going to do the red and black, and then we'll get going on a Benchy. Alright, I got all the filaments loaded. I got solid white lights. I think that means I loaded. As you can see, I got red, white, yellow. Oh, maybe you can't. Red, white, yellow, and then this one's the black. So let's go ahead. Let's choose filament. So look, it looks like it sees everything except for my number 3. I'm gonna load it. Generic, Bambu Lab, PLA Basic, and then I can't say. You can say color is white. So for some reason that one didn't know. So we're gonna retry it. It's gonna heat up the nozzle. Not sure what it's really where it's gonna go, but we'll check it out, and we'll go from there. Alright, it's gonna load the white filament. As you can see, it's taking it. Hopefully you can see that. So, pushing new filament to extruder, and looks like it's trying to feed it. I don't see anything coming out yet, so looks like it's bumping it, so it's going, and there it goes. So there's new filament. turd popped out. And we got load complete. So it looks like it knows. I can unload it. I can load a different one and go from there. So now let's go ahead. Let's do a Benchy. So we're going to scan the files. There's a scan disc down here at the front. Let's please wait. This is preloaded. I didn't touch that. I just peeled off the little sticker. So takes a little bit, it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna insert. It's gonna scan the files. Looks like there's 5 different things. So we got a flute, turtle, squishy turtle, scraper. We got the flexi panda, speedboat racer, honeycomb organizer, bed scraper, 3D Benchy, 3 color. Let's try that. So we're gonna use this. Oh, I can do that. I can do a time lapse, bed leveling. Let's do it all. So trying to see, we got PLA. We'll say number 2, and then number 1. Or we could do red. We'll do red. Black. Alright, let's print it. I don't know what it's going to look like. We'll set it together and we'll go from there. Oh wow, fancy. Doing its mode, probably vibration, calibration. There's the vibration. Why it's heating up. So as you can see, it's doing all this test and everything while the bed's heating up. So the extrusion temperature is 150°C, and it looks like the bed temperature is going up to 38. Fan at 100%. Tool head cleaning. Has a little nozzle clean. Do the fan kick on. We're at 46, 147 on the nozzle. I don't know what the settings are. I didn't look at anything. Like I said, I just took what was on the files and basically I'm gonna print it. So as you can see, it's flashing which one's loaded. So 3 is loaded, which is white. That's what I had loaded first. So, and then as it probably switches, it probably indicates by the flashing. So looks like we're at a nozzle temp of 140 with a bed temperature of 56. So I also did a time lapse. So I'll try to put that video in after we get started here. It's already at 17% for the total completion, which is kind of neat. And it looks like your light, which is the side camera there, I believe. Alright, so we're at 140 on the nozzle, 60 on the bed. Let's see what it does. Automatic bed leveling. There it goes. I like how it does it after it's warmed up, which is the right way. Should be done here in a second. It's gonna heat it up more, so it looks like the nozzle temperature is going up. So our bed is consistent at 63 degrees Celsius. The nozzle's starting to climb up. Thinking about 200, 210, maybe 220. Alright, 225C, checking filament location. So, looks like it's going through a diagnostics to look at all the different filaments in the bed. Bed temperature 64, nozzles up to 248. Alright, so it purged a little bit. Oh, there goes the fan. Oh, just popped off a little booger. Let's see what it does here. Alright. There it goes. Getting some more. Pull back, push new. Okay, so now it's doing a change right now. We're going to filament 1, which is the black. So we went from white to black. So now it's doing a new purge cycle. Quite interesting. So as you can see, the white's coming out, and then and probably purge more. Just gonna eject that soon. Yep, it's starting to transition over to the black. There it is. Boom. You gotta get a little catch for that. Have little boogers on the ground already. Alright, placed its first bead. Nice. It's pretty good. Calibrating the extrusion flow. It's pretty going. It's purging more. You got a sacrificial tower there, and the printer in the middle. Pretty aggressive. Looks like it's going to print pretty quick. So, alright, I'm going to let it go. We got a time lapse from the printer head itself, using that camera right there on the side. So, let's see what it does. Alright, so little Benchy's done. Can't see if the glare is too bad there. 25 minutes, almost 16 grams of material, and holy cow, that is fantastic. Yeah, we got a little few boogers and stuff like that from the color changes. Not too bad. But, wow. And then, just like a PEI sheet fashion, I like to get that stuff off first. We just pop that off. There's a sacrificial tower. And then we got the, holy cow. Wow. Like I said, this is just plug and play. And I mean, there is some defects on the side there, but look at the color changes. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is fantastic. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to try to load I'm going to keep the same colors. So we'll have red, yellow, white, red, yellow. Take 3. White, yellow, red, and black. And we're going to load, my son's been wanting a Nike sign. And I'm going to see it on the app if there's a Nike sign or something I can make using some colors here that I have. And we'll go from there. I'm going to use the app, we'll load it, we'll send it, and we'll go from there. Alright, I just sent this little Nike logo LED light box. I selected it. I didn't do anything. I didn't slice it or anything. I just sent it to the printer. Okay, so selected the file. So I said prepare for ship or prepare for print. It sent it to the Bambu Lab A1, and now it's doing its thing. Now it's estimated 2 hours 44 minutes. So what I'm gonna do, I have no clue what this is gonna look like. I mean, it had a picture of it in the studio, but I'll have to keep an eye on it, make sure it's what I want. I can always stop it with that stop button, and then we'll go from there. So once again, I'll do another time lapse on it. Hopefully it will capture everything. We will see. I didn't change any settings or anything like that, so let's see. Alright guys, it started printing, went through the same routine, did its leveling, did vibration and everything like that. So now we're in 3% and it's starting to take shape already. Looks like it started with the red, which it's supposed to have like a black background with the red light liner and the white Nike sign. So we'll see. Let's see if it turns out to look what it looks like on the picture, which I didn't tell it what filament I had or anything. It kind of automatically I didn't select any colors or anything, so I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. So like I said, it's doing this red little border here, it's going through doing that. We'll check it in a little bit and see if we have some black and white laid down and go from there. Alright guys, here's the status update. Man, this thing is phenomenal. Look at that. Looks fantastic. Hasn't really purged too much. I mean, there's a little bit in my little bin here off to the side, but I put a little box to catch it. Holy cow, guys. This printer, I mean, this is my initial thoughts. I mean, I just literally put it together, got it going, you know, printing. This is my second print. The Benchy turned out fantastic. This is looking phenomenal. Wow, I am blown away. I can't wait to try more. I do want to do some custom signs. Wow, I mean, absolutely wow. It's just, look at that. Fantastic. I mean, this is so smooth. It runs I mean, with the little vibration test and with the, you know, calibration it does, the bed leveling, the automatic bed leveling, the AMS light. Oh my gosh. I highly recommend it. Fantastic. And this is not any, like I said, I paid for this all with my own money, and I'm just blown away. You know, I have a Creality printer. I also have an Anacubic. Those are, you know, it takes a lot to get those going and starting up and printing out right from the gate. And this is, wow. Talk about a plug and chug printer, right? So, highly recommend it. I'll put the link below of Bambu's website. Check them out. Highly recommend it. If you like, please make sure you like and subscribe this video. I'll try to get some more content, you know, more future prints. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll try to, you know, go into detail for that, or any ideas, and we'll make some more videos. All right, thanks.